medical work, and especially in the poor areas of Egypt, in Cairo and Alexandria, in Upper Egypt. So I think professionals like myself, I think this is one thing we should do, and we should concentrate in helping the poor. Especially now, the medicine is very expensive, I know, in Egypt, and to go to see a doctor, it costs a lot of money. And also, we have a lot of medicine here. We get it free, and I wish we can find some way to send it to the poor. To help the Christians, I don't think I need the support from the Egyptian government. I really don't think you need the support from anybody. It's just as I need to get myself and go to the churches there and find out where I can serve.
I think to help Egypt or to help the Coptic, the word help is a two-way street. I cannot walk to somebody and say, I want to help you. This way I'm imposing. My help most of the time is not going to be well taken. In order for you to help somebody, that person should either ask for help or feel they need help. But you really cannot impose the word your help. Even if you know more or you can do more, but help is a two-way street. It is never a one-way street. When I worked in industry, I hired quite few Egyptians, and I also helped Egyptians to enroll in schools. I had connections in universities. I did that quite a bit. Now in the university we don't have too many jobs, but in industry I used to have open jobs. For the Copts outside of Egypt, one of the things I always dreamt of, I never took any steps towards it, is if we can help the Copts who would come to the United States, or the Copts who would encourage Copts to move to other countries because of opportunities. The world is not like the way it used to be. And the world is becoming a smaller place, so to speak, because of communication. So in the old times, whoever was from Cairo and got a job in Aswan, that was a disaster. But now you could live in the United States and go to Egypt. It is a financial decision, not a distance decision. Although I take pride in my work as a scientist, my greatest achievement really are my children. They are all successful professionals, and that's my greatest achievement.
My greatest achievement is to be able to feel I am at home, and I assembled with the society, and I feel that I have second home or second country, but I'm part of it. By that, I mean I am able to reach academic position. I'm a professor at Loyola University in Chicago. I'm very highly specialized in my work. I do spine surgery, mainly for children. And I have a very successful career and family. I think all that comes down to my ability to assemble, or assimilate, I should say, into the country and the system. And as I mentioned earlier, there is no limit for your success. There is no limit for your achievements, and nothing will stop us except our own abilities.
I think my greatest achievement is to be a member in our church, to get our church constructed. We had a beautiful church here. I was one of the first people who were in the church, one of the first people in the board of the church. I was very, of course, working with other friends of mine to buy the church, to build the church, and to keep my children in the church.
One of the most achievement that I cherish very much is the the construction of St. Mary in Chicago. That was a big challenge for me, actually, because when I took over this project and got the blessing from Abuna and from the church, the project needed somebody to have the management talent that I have developed. So the Lord have helped me to use these talents that I developed to serve His name by building a church that was not very easy to build. That was a big challenge for me. The other challenge is the yearly convention for the youth. That's a big challenge. I look forward to that from one year to another. How to organize it. The group that come is very outstanding group of youth from the Midwest, and I got the blessing of serving all the Midwest by organizing their summer convention. Yeah, I'm quite involved with the youth here in the church, and we have been always involved here. But one thing that we feel that we are really have been fortunate that the Lord have give us the blessing to be here at the early development stage of the church in America. When we came here, there was hardly anything that is that's being spoken in English. And I'm speaking about the early 70s or the late 60s. The church services were held in Arabic or Coptic, and it was a big struggle for us to try to make sense out of where we're going with the mission of the church in the States. And the Lord was really very kind to all of us to give us some direction of what we should do. I remember the very first booklet that we made about the Mass was something that we'd have to type at work, make copies and fold it and bring it to church so that we have at least something for the children. And at that time, all the children were very young, not the ages that they are now. They were all in the range of 3 to 10 years old. The oldest probably was around 10 years old at that time. But yet we were very keen on trying to make sure that they understand all the traditions, they understand the Mass, they understand the things that really are behind praises and hymns and things like this. So it took quite a bit of effort, but was a lot of fun. And I think now when we look back at this and we see what was accomplished as a whole in the United States, we think we had a drop in the bucket, but that drop was valuable. The Lord helped us to put it together for them. But it's enormous effort now. I think the church now is set on a very good course to be very well established to serve not only our youth, but also this country, which we believe is very hungry for a church like ours, which has held the tradition, has held quite a bit of the values since the era of the apostles and have not changed. I think this is very valuable for us to be able to witness to the Lord and bring the Coptic church in the language that's very popular here. For example, the church in Egypt could not afford to survive on its own without the help that comes from outside. It's an era of big challenges. There are a lot of projects, there are a lot of church buildings, there are a lot of poor people in Egypt. There are a lot of services that the church is carrying on its own. And of course, if you want to bring high quality priesthood without the need of the priests being out to collect money, which used to be one era in the 50s or in the 40s, the priests were there on their own. You don't get a salary, and if you don't go promote yourself